to the Walk Third podcast. That is JOAQ3RD. My name is Joaquin Lewis, and thank you for joining me for my first podcast. Some of you might know me already from Edge Youth Leadership. You might know me from the work I've done with Stockton Civic Theater or Showbiz or Rip and Grace, Hang Time Studio, or maybe you've got on here because you know some of my personal work now. Maybe you followed my social distancing vlog that I've done with my family for the last few weeks. Thank you for following, and thank you for taking an interest in the things that I do. I guess, it's kind of weird that I'm starting a podcast now, right? I don't know if anybody really understands why I'm doing this, but I think there's a lot of people that are very supportive. So thank you to those of you that are listening right now and are still listening. Because at any point you could just turn off this podcast and not listen anymore. When I decided to do a podcast, I really didn't know why, but I did know that I wanted to keep things fresh. I wanted to, at least what I want to do is I want to be able to remember all of the things that I do. When I started really becoming creative, I guess we could say, when I started to become creative, I would just do a show after a show after a show after a show, or maybe it would be I do one video project, right onto another one, right to another one. And I'd forget to slow down and really just document the work that I was doing. That's what this project is. This is what this podcast is all about. It's about me documenting the things that I'm doing and also bringing people along the way, people that I think are interesting and I think have a story to tell. So here's a few things that I have been doing. My social distancing vlog videos. And so for those of you that don't know what that is a series of YouTube videos, which are also found on Facebook and Instagram, that is documenting what my family has been doing since COVID-19 has really sent a lot of people home. So I was sent home in the middle of March. And at that point, Shania, my wife, and I were expecting our newest born, Oliver, about 4 weeks from then. A lot of things, and much like now, there's a lot of things that are up in the air about COVID-19. When are we going to go back to work? How long are we going to be here? Is our family going to be able to go to the hospital? It was pretty obvious that we needed to do something to bring our friends and family along the way for this huge change in our lives. So I started the social distancing vlog. I was doing some random. The first week was 5 straight vlogs, daily vlogs. I would use there's a feature in the Apple Photos app called Memories. I would click on that and I would choose a song, and then I would have, it was more like a slideshow of videos than it was me actually creating a video. So that's why the first 5 videos are probably really unwatchable, to be honest. So don't watch them. As we got closer to the due date, I started making the videos myself. From there, people were starting to see it a little bit more. They were starting to pay more attention to the videos I was making. And then Shania said we had to go to the hospital. This was about 9 or 10 days before the due date. My camera was on the entire time. I needed to make sure people knew what we were going through because they want to experience what we're experiencing. That's the whole reason why they want to be a part of it, right? That helped bring more people to the vlog. I was documenting our experience that entire time. And people just love Mason too. Here are some other things I've been doing. I had a friend reach out to me to create a birthday video for their son, Arlo. He's 1 year old. So the deal that me and my friend made, her name's Lydia Smith, for those who know her. She sent me a bunch of photos and videos of Arlo during his first year of life. And then she reached out to her friends on Facebook to send her videos of them saying happy birthday to Arlo and how much they loved and respected him, how much they loved him and how much they wish they can be with him. And we waited for about 5 days before having all the video sent in. And then I took the next day or two to edit that video, sent it back to Lydia, and she sent it to her friends, and people loved it. It was about 30 minutes of footage, and I condensed it to about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. It's really cool. If you're friends with Lydia, go check it out on her Facebook page. I was going to put it on my YouTube channel, but I also used a unlicensed song for it as well. Spider-Man there's a song called Spider-Man theme song by Michael Bublé, people. Can you believe that? So the story behind that was they would always sing this song, Arlo Man, and it sounds a lot like the Spider-Man theme song. So when I heard that, I started looking up Spider-Man theme songs, and I found Michael Bublé. Who'd have thought? So the last thing I'm doing is I'm also helping my church, Rip and Grace, with their YouTube channel. I was approached by the lead of worship who sing the songs at the end of church, and his name's Josh. They asked me to put together video content of the sermon being spoken and just put it on for people to see if they can't make it to church, which go to church, I would record it, and immediately after the sermon ends, I would hop on my laptop and start doing some quick editing and then publish it up to the YouTube channel. Nowadays, this project has been crazy because, no church gatherings can come together. So my skill set was really being utilized a lot more. I really want to hand it to the worship leader, Josh, because he's been taking on a lot more responsibilities with that side of putting video content online, which is not in his skill set. He's taken the time to create a new skill for himself. I love seeing this because there's so much great things that we can share with one another. It's been cool to see him grow. He's been a very nice guy. Those are a few things that I've been working on. This is not going to be the total. This is just what I wanted to do to get started with this show. Right now, I'm just an audio recording. I'm a podcast only, but I really want to make this into a video podcast. I just need a few more pieces of equipment to do exactly what I want to do with it, as well as spend less time trying to record and edit as well. So this podcast will eventually become a video podcast as well as an audio podcast. I'm going to work on being able to interview people, and then I'm also going to get out of my bathroom. For the last 6 weeks that we've been in quarantine, I've been working in my bathroom. That's where I've been doing all my video editing, all of my work calls, anything that requires me to sit down and think. It's been in my bathroom because that's the only place in our apartment that has a lock, which is fine. I mentioned interviews. What are the interviews going to be about? There was an idea about 1.5 years ago that me and my friend Eli, who, for those of you that were at my wedding, he was in my wedding, we joked about how often we as fathers have to apologize to our wives. At least for the beginning of this, any interview that I do is going to be for DADPOLOGIES. Yes, for those of you who know what DADPOLOGIES are, we're doing them. We're doing DADPOLOGIES. It's going to be a part of the Walk Third podcast system. They're going to be certain episodes. My first episode, and if he's listening right now, this is me asking him, Eli Arzamendi, you were the person that started this idea with me, and you hopefully will be my first guest as well. It'll be very helpful that you're my first guest because you're also going to help me with my problems with interviewing because you are a sound whiz. For those of you that have watched the social distancing vlogs, one song, and I'll put a link in the description, has a song created by Eli. He is known as Skyist, and the name of the song is Airship. So I'll put a link of that in the description. Hopefully you guys will check it out. I really urge you to check it out. He's a really great musician. He's very hands-on with his music. Guys, this is the end. This is my sign-off. Thank you for listening to this first episode. Subscribe to Walk Third Podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Walk 3RD, JOAQ 3RD. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All of those tags are the same, JOAQ 3RD. Message me if you have any suggestions for the show, or if you want some business inquiry. I don't know. If you want to advertise something, I'm cool. I'm cool with doing that. If you want to advertise something, or you just want to put some information out there and you want some help, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. Stay classy, everybody. See you next time. Bye.